Hey, what's up, reefers? This is Reefer Matt. Today I thought I'd do an update on the 75-gallon SPS tank. Right now I have the lights dimmed down and they're on acclimation mode. I've been doing water changes on this because I was having issues with polyp extension, but I had some biopsies show up and I put in some ChemiClean, and all of a sudden my phosphates and my nitrates spiked, so I did some water changes and I dimmed the lights down to acclimation mode, so things are starting to come back to normal. This monopora here, this Jedi mind trick, is huge and it's just growing everywhere, so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with it. I gotta frag it up and see if somebody wants some of it, but as you can see, it's just covering up all the coral around it. But this coral ain't bad to look at. It, it's one of the nicer coral in the tank. The Pavona next to it's attacking it from this side. As you can see, that is kind of killing it and then growing over it, so I may or may not do something about that. So this is kind of where all the coral are growing together, and they do pretty good. This Walt Disney Acropora is coming back in color a little bit. Starting to notice the purple tips coming back, so that's good. The polyps are out, so the coral's happy. Pocillopora is kind of growing everywhere as usual. There's a little piece of Acropora there from one in a little bit. I'll show you where that came from. The 24K is doing awesome as usual. And these Monty caps just seem to pop up everywhere because I'll accidentally frag a piece off and it grows everywhere. And this monopora keeps getting covered in sand, so I keep blowing it out, and that's why it's a little faded right there, but so far it's hanging in there. And here's sort of a little Acropora alley, as I call it. There's a whole bunch of different pieces of Acropora that have grown out, and they're really starting to grow into like a little mini colony size now. This Acropora here, this is my favorite one. This is the Jason Fox Solar Flare. I'm still trying to get the polyp extension back out on it. This is actually a Miliopora, so it should look like a big fuzzy sticks. So I'm still working on that, but I'm noticing a little bit of polyps coming out, so hopefully with a few more water changes and some patience, it'll come back to normal. And moving along here, this Montipora digitata is doing really good. This is the German blue Monty Digi. That's doing really good. You can see it's growing over the Montipora capricornus there, the orange one. So that's doing good. And got some more Monty caps growing down here. Like I said, a little piece will break off and it'll just attach and it'll just grow. But it gives the tank a little color on this side. This is sort of like the more bare side of the tank. There's that Acropora I was talking about earlier that was next to the Disney piece. It used to be over there a while ago. I took it out and put it in the frag tank, and then I put it back into this tank about a month ago, and it's doing okay. The polyps aren't out all the way on it yet, but they're getting there. And all around the bottom here, the reason why I put it there is because that used to be Montipora setosa, and for some reason it just all died. So I don't know what was up with that, but that Acropora is doing okay so far. So one thing I don't show too often on this tank is that I have a space in the back of the rock and in the front of the rock, meaning that the rock in my tank is in the middle of the tank. And when I put it in here, all I did was just stack it. I didn't glue it or nothing. So basically over the years, the coral became the glue. And the reason why I did that is so I could get flow around the rocks. And it works pretty good, except for I don't get any flow in between some spots. So I may have to add some extra wave makers there, but as you can see, there's space around on all sides of this rock for flow to go around it. This is one of my better views of the tank. This is the one I like the most because you kind of get all the colors in one little viewing pane. You can see all the different colors and growth patterns and stuff, and it looks really cool looking at it from the end this way. And this is where the fish like to hang out too. And here's sort of like a little view looking at an angle down the front. You can kind of see all the different colors of the coral. Everything's doing pretty decent, so I can't complain too much. It's just some low polyp extension and a couple of the Acropora, but it's getting there. A couple more water changes. I think my phosphates and my nitrates will be okay. They were up there. I mean, my phosphates was like 0.2 and my nitrates were around 60, so that was probably from the ChemiClean doing its job, but we'll get there. It doesn't look too bad, so it'll just take a little more patience. I'm Reefer Matt. Thank you for watching, and happy reefing.